welcome back to our channel. I am Toby Noir, and this is the Split Image Press channel. We are a collaborative author group. This month I have volunteered to make all the videos because I'm the only one that is doing Nano this year. I made a commitment to write every single day of Nano, no matter what. I've tried 3 years before and have failed every time, and I thought this was going to be my year. I was actually going to win this time. So where am I? I have written every day, like I said I was going to, but I have not been as productive as I wish I had been. I'm at a little over 1,000 words, which is pitifully low for 7 days when you're supposed to be doing 1,600 words a day. But I do hope to catch up later. It was a very busy first week of November. I had family home that was taking up a lot of my time, had to go to a wedding, had a pretty serious medical issue with my dog, so I had to take care of her, and it was just a lot of things sucking up my time. I'm hoping this is not an omen for what the rest of the month is going to be like, because I'm really excited to write on this project. So let me go ahead and talk a little bit about the project that I am working on. So for the Nano Challenge this year, I decided to do an alternate Earth urban fantasy about vampires, but I wanted to do a little twist on it. Every book about vampires I've ever read, except for the Darren Shan series, really takes vampires very, very seriously, and vampires take themselves seriously. They're always, brooding and super intelligent, and just strong, dark figures. And always pining after teenage girls and all this, they're just very serious and mentally disturbed creatures. And I wanted to kind of flip that on its head a bit because, vampires used to be people. They were regular human beings before whatever happened turned them in most mythologies. Some mythologies you're born a vampire and you have your own little culture. But the majority of writings you are turned into a vampire having been a normal person. My dog is scratching at the door and it's irritating me. So I wanted to write a book that is about a newly turned vampire where he's still just like everybody else. Because being a vampire might give you some super speed, super strength, and you get the fangs, but it doesn't really do anything to your mind, really. I mean, you could get traumatized by it and everything, but it's not like you're suddenly super smart or super brooding or really into high culture things. You're still you. You just have all these supernatural elements added in. Kind of trying to flip it on its head a bit, I am writing it with a bit of a comedic bent. My character's name is Gasper McLean. He's a 20-year-old gas station attendant, and he gets turned into a vampire against his will. Turns his sucky, boring life into a sucky, boring eternity. And it's about how he deals with that, how he learns to control his new abilities, and what he thinks about his place in the world now. And it doesn't go very well for him. He's just kind of like this homebody. He never went anywhere. He just liked to play online games and stay in his room. And he didn't really have a lot of friends. And now he's a vampire with no friends who likes to stay in his room. And he feels, now that he has the supernatural speed and supernatural strength and other senses, he should really be making use of those to improve himself and the society around him. And so he gets this brilliant idea to become a crime fighter. But he doesn't realize that you have to still train to do that. Like he's just like, oh, I'm a vampire, so obviously I'm a superhero now. And he goes out and gets his ass handed to him. And it's just his journey of learning all these new skills and how to effectively use his powers to be the hero that he imagines he is. And throw into that the rest of the society, because they live in a world where vampires are real and everybody knows it and they're an integrated part of society and there's prejudices attached to that. You know, some people are like, oh, vampires are so cool and sexy and they've got groupies. And then other people are, you know, you're an abomination, you're a sin against God, or, you know, whatever their personal beliefs are. And then, you know, they don't like them and they actively, you know, there's attacks in the street and, you know, campaigns to get them removed from the country. And he has to deal with those kinds of prejudices on top of his other issues. I hope I'm going to finish it and that it is entertaining as I hope it will be. If you're working on a project for Nano, I would love to hear about it. Leave your comments below. You can also add me as a buddy. I'll leave that link as well. And, you know, together we'll get through this and we will write some amazing novels. So thank you for joining me here today. Hope to hear from all of you. If you like this video and you want to watch more, just hit that subscribe button. And you have a wonderful week.